Hey everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to Born Again to Live. On our tour of guest host, I promised you a Kiptyn, and he is here. We are ready to do the Lyrical Monday challenge from DJ.
Yeah, 90s.
90s music, which is kind of funny because I didn't listen to Christian music in the 90s. I was not a Christian music guy. I was a secular music person only then.
I wasn't born in the 90s.
Yeah, Kiptyn is researching songs from way before he was born.
Yeah. 10 years? 11.
11 years. We've been out 12 years it would have been, yes. You were born 11 years after the 90s ended. So, but yeah, we decided we would take DJ up on his challenge and we would find 90 songs that we liked and knew. It was a struggle for me, actually, because Kiptyn stole all the ones that we really know.
Mine were really easy because they were the ones that we really knew.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to make Kiptyn go first since he really knew his.
Okay, so in my defense, I did not take the ones, well, I did take the ones that DJ mentioned, but they are my favorite. And I took the most obvious one, I Can Only Imagine. What lyrics do you want me to read?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus, or in all of you be still? Will I stand in your presence, or to my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak at all? I can only imagine.
The movie is really awesome that goes with that song. Kiptyn got to see part 2, and I have not.
I did. It was pretty good. It's more on Even If than I Can Only Imagine.
Yeah, but so the song I Can Only Imagine was probably one of the biggest Christian hits ever, if not the biggest Christian song ever. It went across all markets, everything. It was Billboard Top 100, which doesn't happen with Christian music usually. So
randomly.
Yeah, sometimes. So it's pretty cool that's and it was in the 90s, barely.
1999.
Yeah.
The first release. 2001, they released it again.
Yeah, so we're not really sure exactly if it was a 90s song, but we're going to get him have it anyway just because he can.
Yeah, because it's just that good.
All right, so my first one, it actually hit us on the way up the road. Kiptyn was reading a list, but we were at Big Blue earlier, and we were talking to Christine and Chris Montgomery, and they lived the 90s Christian music, so shout out to them. But Christine said her favorite group back then was Audio Adrenaline, and I only know a few of their songs, but I really don't know a lot of their songs, I guess, without knowing that was them who did it. And this song was on Kiptyn's top list of the 90s songs, and it's called
Alternative Christian Rock.
There you go.
The top 10.
Anyways, it was Big House by Audio Adrenaline. And it says, I don't know where you lay your head or where you call your home. I don't know where you eat your meals or where you talk on the phone. I don't know if you got a cook, a maid, or a butler. I don't know if you got a yard with a hammock in the shade. I don't know if you got some shelter, say a place to hide. I don't know if you live with your friends in whom you confide. I don't know if you got family, say a mom or dad. I don't know if you feel love at all, but I wish you had, or bet you wish you had. Come and go with me to my father's house. Come and go with me to my father's house. It's a big house with lots of rooms and lots and lots of rooms, a big table, and lots of food. A big yard where we can play football. A big house. It's my father's house. It's a cool song. I like that song. I like the fact that it talks about where we're going to go when we get to heaven. That God's got a place for us. He's got a home for us. And just kind of cool to think about the 90s, and these lyrics were written in the 90s. And it says, I don't know where you got, or if you got a place to talk on the phone. Well, nowadays, Kiptyn, you've never known a world where you didn't talk on the phone anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like to be tied to a landline where you can only talk in your house.
Yeah. It's convenient to just have it in your pocket.
But back in the 90s, it was, where do you have your phone? So you didn't get a phone call unless you were at home.
Oh, is it like in that one show we watched where it's like connected to the thing? You gotta like drag it across the aisle?
Yeah.
That would be annoying.
Yeah. So, yep, that's Big House by Audio Adrenaline. DJ, again, shout out to you for recommending this. Trip down memory lane. All right, Kiptyn, what you got for your next one?
Flood by Jars of Clay.
DJ song.
DJ song. But it's also my song, Headless One Way Here. Because it's just really good. I don't know. I just really like it. Rain on my face. It hasn't stopped raining for days. My world is a flood. Slowly I became one with the mud. But if I can't swim after 40 days, and my mind is crushed by the crashing waves, lift me up so high that I cannot fall. Lift me up when I'm falling, lift me up, I'm weak and I'm dying. Lift me up, I need you to hold me. Lift me up and keep me from drowning again.
It's got a really good beat to it, too. Yeah, the Jars of Clay song, they were probably at that time one of the harder rock bands, and it's not saying much because they're not really hard rock. But they were really good. That song's a really fun song to listen to.
It is. I just really like it. It's hard to explain. The beat is really good. I do like that.
I don't know how I even got him hooked on it, but I got him hooked on that song, and now he won't get off of it.
We were scrolling on Jars of Clay songs, and you said, "Oh, this is a really good one. Let's listen to it." And I just got hooked.
All right. Oh, Kiptyn's not big on talking, so I guess I'll go to my next one. I have to debate on which one I'm going to go with, and I'm actually going to go with one that we forgot about a little bit. And when I remembered it was a 90s song, I'm like, oh, I got that one. So, Jesus Freak. When I first became, I guess, a Christian or anything near a Christian, this song resonated with me because I wanted to be different. I feel like I'm called to be different. I think that's how we're called as Christians, to be different. And so I like the idea of standing out and being a Jesus freak. I even have a motorcycle jacket that has a patch on it that says Jesus Freak. And even before I was Christian, I thought it was kind of funny that, to be stand out and be a Jesus freak was kind of a cool thing. So most everybody's probably heard this song. We will rock this song in my truck. Like, we headbang fully to this song. It is awesome. I remember a Christmas caroling night with the Goods, in which we packed everybody in the truck, and this was the song we kept playing and headbanging to the whole time. It was just,
and they are Mennonites.
yes,
They still like DC.
Yeah. So it says, the first verse goes, separated, I cut myself clean from a past that comes back in the darkest of dreams. Been apprehended by a spiritual force and a grace that replaced all that me I've divorced. I saw a man with a big fat with a tat on his big fat belly. It wriggled around like marmalade jelly. It took me a while to catch what it said, because I had to match the rhythm of his belly with my head. Jesus saves is what it read in its typical tattooed green. He stood on a box in the middle of the city, and he claimed that he had a dream. What will people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? What will people do when they find it's true? I don't really care if they label me a Jesus freak. There ain't no discussing the truth, or disguising the truth. Let's see. What's the other good ones?
It mixes humor with rock with actually a good message.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It talks about what will people think when they find out. What will people say when they hear that Jesus is my best friend? Stuff like that. It's a really cool one. The whole, it talks about John the Baptist in here too. There was a man from the desert with naps in his head, and sand on he walked was also his bed. He spoke and he ate weird things, and it talks about John the Baptist in the second one. But it's a humorous thing, but at the same time it's the idea of, would you be bold enough to go out there and be a Jesus freak?
It wiggled around like marmalade jelly.
That's right. So yeah, it's a good song, and it's got a really good beat to it, and most of you probably heard it. All right, Kiptyn, what you got for the last one?
Dive by Steve Curtis. Last one? I thought you had one more.
I did.
Okay, for me, my last.
Yeah.
I'm diving in, I'm going deep. In over my head, I wanna be. Caught in the rush, lost in the flow. In over my head, I wanna go. The river's deep, the river's wide, the river's water is alive. So sink or swim, I'm diving in.
Read that again, because that's really cool.
I'm diving in, I'm going deep. And over my head, I wanna be. Caught in the rush, lost in the flow. And over my head, I wanna go. The river's deep, the river's wide, the river's water is alive. So sink or swim, I'm diving in.
That's that even if faith that I always teach about and talk about.
It also just sounds really cool.
It's just standing on the riverbank ready to dive into Christianity, and you're like, I don't care if I sink or swim, I'm going anyway. And I teach a lot on even if, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was the best example of that, of just even if they perished in that fire, they were going to go in there knowing that God was God. So, yeah, we like that one. I don't know why, but Kiptyn starts like every playlist with those two songs, or Flood and Dive for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, my last one is one that I brought in because of nostalgia. When I was little, I said I didn't know Christian songs. I did know this song because I went to Bible school.
Okay, everyone knew this song.
Yes, it was in every Bible school in the 90s, like forever.
It still probably is in every Bible school.
And I remember the hand motions to the song and everything. I remember the church that taught me this song. So it is,
I had to do some hand motions.
and it's kind of funny because most people don't even think of this song. They think of the Chris Tomlin, or not Chris Tomlin, no, Smitty. Michael W. Smith came out with a version where he just repeated the chorus of this song, and it's "Our God is an awesome God." But this is the Rich Mullins 1990 version, which was really awesome.
Yeah, he wanted it in the 90s. So he had to go with the original.
Yeah, I had to go with the original. But the lines to this song are so cool. I'm probably going to read two verses and the chorus. It says, when he's rolling up his sleeves, he ain't just putting on the Ritz. There's thunder in his footsteps and lightning in his fist. And the Lord wasn't joking when he kicked him out of Eden. It wasn't for no reason that he shed his blood. His return is very close, and you better be believing that our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. And then it goes on to the next verse, which is, and when the sky was starless and void of night, he spoke in the darkness and created the light. Judgment and wrath he poured out on Sodom. Mercy and grace he gave us at the cross. I hope that we're not too quickly forgotten that our God is an awesome God.
Okay, I just want to put it out here. You were so offbeat with your singing.
It's okay.
Like,
I'm terrible at singing.
you were speeding through that.
So that song, most everybody should know that song, and if they don't, check it out. Learn the hand motions, because like DJ talked about on his mission trip, he was doing the old Bible school hand motions to a song, and he was able to connect with some kids that way. And these things that we learned in the 90s, like our God's an awesome God and all the hand motions and stuff, it could be an easy way to connect with a group of kids that you might not never know what to do with. But the cool part of that song is that it does talk about the power of our God and how awesome he is to do what he did and everything that he did in life, that he saved us from everything. He wasn't for no reason that he shed his blood. I mean, there's some pretty cool lines in that song that Rich Mullins put out there and way back in the 90s.
Okay, so I'm having an honorable mention, okay? It's not a 90s song, DJ. I'm sorry, but it's so good. I really want to put it in there. It's from 2005, Strong Tower by Cutlass. It's like my third favorite that I put on every playlist. You are my strong tower, shelter over me, beautiful and mighty, everlasting King. You are my strong tower, fortress when I'm weak. Your name is true and holy, and your face is all I see. I just really like the song. It's pretty cool. I wanted to put it in there as a bunch. It's not a 90s song, but I really wanted to put it.
We're doing this Lyrical Monday on Sunday night, and at church today, Dusty sang one of our favorite songs that I got right now. It's Born Again to Live by Dusty Landaker, and it was a really cool song that he wrote and stuff for this awesome podcast. But we heard it. But I was thinking about lyrical stuff at church, and I got to thinking about that Cutlass song because I thought that's one Kiptyn was going to use. And when I was sound man for Dusty's band way back in the day, we went on a trip one night to go watch Cutlass.
And you saw them live?
No. Oh. They ended up not showing up. They had a problem. They couldn't show up for the concert. And Vince was the guy from the band that one of their head people, one of our drummer at the time with Dusty's band, messaged him and got to become friends with him, kind of. But anyways, we ended up finding this other rock and roll group at this concert that was like, okay, we're going to listen to this bunch of people. And it was pretty cool to hear them. But we were on our way and thought we were going to hear Cutlass that night, but missed out on that one.
Cutlass would have been cool.
Yeah, they're a pretty good band. If you don't know their stuff, look them up. Cutlass is pretty good. It starts with a K.
Yes, it's really weird.
Yeah, it's Cutlass. All right, guys. Short episode. But thank you, Kiptyn, for being with me. And tomorrow we will be back with Amy. So look forward to it. Talk to you later.